Happy Saturday, Bwalya Desmond here. So today has been an absolutely amazing day. So we are virtually on an event. We're actually on a break right now. We're in an event called City Awakening. This event was supposed to be live, but we're obviously COVID, so now it's a virtual event. So what I'm sharing with you tonight is a portion of what was shared by Pastor Jenny in one of the sessions, okay? So I titled my message today, Are You Praying Safe Prayers? Are you praying safe prayers? Because Pastor Jenny challenged us. She said, when was the last time you prayed a prayer that was so big that you expected a miracle from it? Okay, so she said, we make God so familiar that we stop believing him for the huge things. And why do we do that? Sometimes we are afraid of taking a risk of maybe being disappointed because we think, well, God won't really answer that prayer. We make him familiar, and he's not a familiar God. He's a God of miracles. You know, we sing the song Waymaker, Miracle Worker, Promise Keeper, right? He's all those things. So where in your life do you have a thing that you know there is no way that you can solve? You know there is nothing that you can do about it, but you haven't pulled on him yet. You haven't asked him. You haven't allowed him room to step in and be who he is for you. Do you remember when you first encountered God and the awe that you had for him because you believed that there was nothing that he couldn't do for you. You believed that you could pray anything so bold, and you had an expectancy that he would make it happen. So friends, she challenged us, and I'm challenging you. What in your life are you not living in abundance, or do you not have an abundance of, that you know you need to pull on God and let him be who he says he is? What is it? You know, I woke up to a friend of ours, Kim, had sent us a message, a few of us a message, because her brother lives in a group home and he's been really struggling. He's part of hospice, but that group home doesn't have enough workers to help the residents. People have been quitting, directors have quit, everybody's quit. So we needed a miracle for somebody to be found that could help him, because it's taking days to get him the help that he needs. So we had to dig deep, but we believed in a God. It didn't even take us a second to think, you know, God, you need to send someone. We need a miracle. We even called it a miracle that you send someone that's going to take care of him. And lo and behold, I mean, a few hours later, we heard the news, which, you know, really from the time she sent the prayer to the time that a person was assigned and sent to them was less than 2 hours. I think it was like about 2 hours or so. God is working. So he had a person assigned to him. She met with a family, and so things are rolling. What do you need God to intervene for? He is still performing miracles. He is who he says he is. You know, as believers, we are to expect signs, wonders, and miracles. We're to expect those things. So if somebody comes to you and they have a prayer request that is so off the wall, that, you know, you just know you can't. I mean, there's nothing you can do, but you know God can. So if you're praying for, you know, if you have to pray for limbs to grow, things to disappear, or whatever it is that you need, you just put your faith out there and say, you know what, I can't, but God can. So challenge is, what is it that you know you need to pray for, that you have been shying away from, and you know only God can do this thing for you? So activate your faith, get back in there like a child does, and ask for it. And let him do the work. Let him show you who he is. So I thank you for tuning in, friends, and I will see you tomorrow.